everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Megaman Battle Network 5. Before we get into the Liberation mission, I do want to mention that I switched my folder around a bit. I took out the 2 air shots and the mini-bomb, and switched them in for 3 Pulsar 1s that you can get from the baddies. I did that specifically for the boss of this Liberation mission, because he's always been my least favorite boss in the game, so yeah. This area is tightly guarded. Check it out. Well, those are new. What's that? A barrier panel. Barrier? We can't walk over it? That's right, we can't liberate it either. And if we go around it, there'll be too many dark panels to hit. We've got to find a key to unlock the barrier. That'll be my job. Huh? The key must be hidden somewhere deep inside the area. I can jump the dark panels and sneak in there. Good call. The key should be hidden in a remote panel. Good luck. It'll be a piece of cake, no sweat. Use bomb liberation to liberate dark panels directly. Complete the liberation within 9 phases. Good luck. Now let's go into Gyroman's abilities. First off, he has bomb liberation, which he just mentioned. What that does is that, well, first off, Gyroman himself can fly over the panels, as you'll see right around here. No, I'm switching over to Megaman first. That's right, because I long sorted those panels. Pretty much, if you run or walk towards a dark panel, he will start flying over them in his gyro form. And if you're over a dark panel and you try to liberate it using bomb liberation, it's instantly liberated at the cost of order points. No battles needed. Beyond that, that's pretty much his only uses outside of battle. He is very tactically minded, but he sucks in battle. I'll get into that momentarily. But we got a new enemy here, Big Brute 2. Stronger and faster. However, air spin kind of neglects that entirely. I've always liked the one-turn liberate victory theme. Then again, the liberation theme. The victory themes are always one thing I always love in the games, no matter what. Anyway, let's get into Gyroman's battle strategies. First off, I think for some reason he's actually considered a Lek elemental, but I might be wrong about that. His special chip is Air Force, which he turns into his gyro form and flies across the entire row he's on. And if he ever flies over an enemy, he'll drop a bomb on them that deals about 60 damage. His charge shot is that tornado shot he used during the battle. It sucks up close, though, because it only does 1 hit. However, if you're 2 to 3 panels away from the enemy, it'll do multiple hits, totaling out, and I want to say 3 times the damage, so it's actually really good. If you play well with him, he's actually probably one of the better team members, but I still think he's the second worst battle, second worst Navi for battle. Hurry back, haha. I welcome you with thunderclouds. Yeah, he's back. By the way, I should mention, when you get to Cloudman, and if you let the phase end, and he attacks you, he actually says, I'll fog you up, like fog as in like mist. First off, I'm surprised that made it past the sensors. Second off, really? Fog you up? Ugh. And I thought my puns were bad. Although I believe overall, also going back to Gyroman for a moment, I think he has the lowest HP, so you need to keep that in mind. Though if I recall correctly, I'm probably wrong about this, in fact I think I am. As you progress through Liberation missions, your Navis do gain more HP, but I think I'm imagining that. Anyway, let's go into his parallel. If you're playing Team Colonel, Dark Miyabi replaces Charlie. And he tries to test land vigorously before agreeing to barrel, being Colonel's operator's request. It's pretty much the same as Gyroman in terms of how you get him. However, his Navi is Shadowman. You know that ninja from Battle Network 2? While playing as Shadowman, his charged buster is the same as anti-damage, or at least similar to it from the old games, where he jumps in the air and throws a shuriken at the nearest virus. He is not affected by panels at all due to air shoes, and his special chip is Split Up, where he makes a clone of himself that uses a longsword on the virus. His out-of-battle ability is Sneak Attack, which does damage to an enemy 2 panels away from a normal panel. And I think he can fly over panels as well, just due to the whole agility thing. I will agree, or not really agree, I do believe that in terms of battle, Shadowman is better. This is one of the few times in the game where Colonel gets the outright better Navi. However, I think in my opinion, I've always liked the double soul we get from Gyroman better. Because if you can't tell, this is how the game's going to work for the most part from here on out. You're going to do a scenario, fight a Navi, and more often than not, that Navi will be the next member of our team, then we'll do a liberation mission. That's pretty much the game's setup. Also, feel free to be a lot more tactical with him than Gyroman than I am, because this is a mission I've always just followed the same strategy on because I hate this mission. Also, I was gonna edit in the Transformers transforming sound every time he turned into a helicopter. Then I realized how many times he did it, so I was like, yeah, no. Also, I should modify something I said when I was talking about how I'm gonna show off liberation missions. I mentioned that I would show off a new virus, but really the only new viruses in liberation missions, other than ones that we not have encountered beforehand that you could otherwise, are going to be Guardians like Big Brutes and Tin Hawks. But Django still makes this so easy. I love you, Django. Did you see that? I had one frame before I could take that guy out with a spreader. Oh, I should mention, it's also at this point in the game, in certain normal virus battles, that certain viruses might get battleships, because off-screen I fought a Bug Tank EX that had a area seal. So yeah, look out for that. You know, I've always wondered, how easy is it for Magnet Man to move with those shoulders? That's how you can tell I have nothing left to say. Also, this should be fairly obvious, but later versions of Guardians do more damage outside of battle, because I think the normal Big Brutes only did 20 damage, but I'm probably wrong about that. I know Tin Hawks do less damage than Big Brutes, though. The trade-off for that is that they're harder to hit. Also, as you probably noticed by now, if you destroy a Guardian's respective dark hole, they will disappear. So you don't have to fight every Guardian you see. Also, I'm gonna state right now, this is, as much as I love this game, and admittedly I do like playing its post-game, that's something I'm not recording, because there's like 6, probably more like 4, optional liberation missions that I just don't feel like playing, because they are hard. And also, base is in the game again, as I've probably mentioned before. Also, don't really worry about your order points more often than not, because usually if you see me going after an item panel, there are going to be order points in it. Tin Hawks, by the way, get a lot more dangerous when you're in scenarios like this, since they can randomly teleport to either side of you. Mind you, I think you fight most Tin Hawks like this, but you're going to want to keep this in mind anyway. Always try to be on the side of the battlefield they are. That's how you get them to attack less panels. Or you could just football tackle them in the face. That works too, Magnet Man. I really do like Magnet Man's design. Not Sparkman, though. Ugh. Then again, he was in 4, and anyone in 4 just kind of gets a lower opinion from me. Aside from Searchman. I love Searchman. Also, I highly recommend saving your bonus panels for your lowest HP characters, because there's a chance you can get the HP restoration, which is really good for them. Especially when they have like 90 HP, like Gyroman has. Now, I could feasibly talk about one of the DS exclusive things right now, but But I'm actually going to save talking about that until the next scenario area. I'll get to why when we get there. Also, for about the next 2 minutes, I apologize if there's any audio desync you notice. I don't know why it was there, but it was. I fixed it by, like, the 12-minute mark, though. I think. Now, what's really weird about Pulsar, actually, is that if you hit it off a stage object, like a rock, it'll actually paralyze the enemies. I don't know why that is, but it happens, so... In some ways, it's actually very similar to an electric elemental attack. It's just that it's not. Also, I just now realized Magnet Man has a bitchin' belt. Actually kind of reminds me of a belt from the manga that Gutsman had in one of his early chapters. Then that particular model of Gutsman got deleted by Number Man. Weakling. Also, I'm going to warn you right now, unless you're certain of victory, never have Gyroman attack bosses, because he will likely take a lot of damage. Feel the wrath of my divine punishment. Cloudman, give it up! He won't, of course. His combat ability is incredibly high. Be careful, Megaman. Battle routine set. Execute. Welcome to my least favorite boss in the game. Why? Well, first off, it's the only boss where you have, as far as I can recall, that you have all three panels, but it's these damn clouds. They will constantly get in the way of your fire, and it's not fun because of that, and they can paralyze you too. However, it's because of those same clouds that I have Pulsar in my folder. Because they will reflect off them and still damage him, and can also paralyze him, leaving him open to further attack. Like, as you just saw, I did like 300 damage to him in, like, the span of 4 seconds. You really don't want him to get his turn after doing a lot of damage to him, because he'll heal a whopping 300 damage per turn. And that's not good. Because look, right now he has 271. If he were to heal, I'd be practically back to square one. And I can't save right now either due to the fact that it's not that Proto Man already did that, so I had to really finish this quickly. Thankfully, almost any battle is easier as Proto Man due to his special chip. Or, if you're me, a convenient getting of Django. I love you, Django. Django might just be my favorite chip in the game, period. He's definitely my favorite Mega class. I'm not sure about period, though. Because I really do like Life Sword still, because I count those as chips. Then again, when I try out that pile driver one later on, if I can find another Galen Del Sol 3 in the area where you can find it, that might get changed up. Ah, defeated? It cannot be, but I don't think you'll be making it back alive. The liberation was a success. That was actually a really short one, too, in comparison to the other ones. And that's actually also my personal record. I've never beaten this thing in less than 6 before this. But for doing that, we got Cloudman SP. I have never used it. That's probably my reason that I like Django so much. I've never used any of the other Mega classes. The team did an excellent job. The recapturing of Scilab area marks such much progress towards our goal. And the addition of our newest member, Gyroman, has greatly strengthened the team. I'm confident that you can handle future missions. Gyroman, my soul resonates with your spirit of flight. And now we have Gyro Soul. I'll get what that does later. Alright, with a team like this, and it'll be free in no time. Lan, it's not as easy as you think. I'm just getting excited, Mega Man. Okay, Lan, may our next mission be even more successful. Yeah! What? Mega Man, step aside. What? Oh god. Yikes. No, it's engulfed him. It's no use, he's immobilized. A dark cloud! Mega Man! Blast! How could this happen? Mega Man! Mega Man! Well, this isn't good. He's in Nebula's hands. Oh dear. Who? Megaman! Megaman! Come on, wake up! Megaman! Oh, great, they've knocked him out cold with a sledgehammer, apparently. No. That'd be kind of funny if it was, but yikes, this is not a good situation for us. And this is also one of the only other times they bring up in the series that Mega Man actually has human-based program through Hub's DNA. That's not good. Neither is that. This is painful to watch, even. Doctor, how is our Mega Man coming along? I can never remember my regal voice, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I see. Once the dark power stabilizes, boot him up. Len! This is grim. Very, very grim. Mega Man. Mega Man! Ah! A nightmare? Mega Man. The phone. I'd better answer it. Mega Man usually tells me, it's your phone! Oops! I wonder who it was. Gee, who else calls us? There's a message on the answering machine. Replaying message. Chad here. I have something to speak to you about. Meet me at the harbor near Scilab. No, further. Messages. Time to head out, I guess. But with that, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 13, we'll see what Chad wants with us in this time of need. See you guys then.